Hey everyone, Jason Emma here with Rewind Toys. This isn't going to be our normal toy history lesson this week. I mean a little bit, but not really. I was on vacation with my family at Disney last week, so things happen. I did attempt to do some hunting while I was in the Orlando area, but the only store that I found was like a 50-minute drive, which really sucked because it looked like a really cool place to go. But again, vacation with my family couldn't really drag them there. But I would like to go back and check it out. What I did decide to do instead was show a small toy haul I recently acquired and give a kind of a very brief background on one particular line that I actually purchased two different toys from, but only one has arrived. I actually got one online, so it hasn't arrived yet. It's being held up by the USPS. Really hope it gets here soon. But we're going to be talking about the Mars Attack Trendmasters figures because they are very, very cool. So in 1996, Tim Burton directed a little film called Mars Attacks. Not everybody was really overly into this film, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm actually a big fan of it. The film was based off the Topps trading card series from 1962, and luckily, Tim Burton was a fan of that series, and he held true to those original designs for the film itself. The reason I say luckily is because, well, it was a Burton film, and so they thought it would be a smashing success, and so they created a toy line. And that toy line looks a lot like the cards that they were based off of. And that is fantastic for those of us that are really into the original artwork. I am into that original artwork. I currently have a set of the 1984 reissue of the Topps Mars Attacks trading cards. Unfortunately, I cannot afford the 1962 run. They're like in the thousands. And these cards are like tiny little masterpieces. Anyway, I mean, seriously, they're just fantastic looking. The artwork is so good. And so it was wonderful that they sort of carried that over into the movie. In all fairness, I just want to let you know I was not aware of the Trendmaster line back in 1996. I should have been, but I wasn't. Again, released in 96, these are really cool. And I want to give you a brief tale on how I was introduced to this toy line to begin with. I have a good buddy, Twisted Kid Matt, who I've been pushing. I keep telling Matt he needs to do a Twisted Toy show because he's into sort of macabre stuff and really bizarre and fun stuff, horror toys and things like that. And I keep telling him he needs to do a line, but one of the things he's really into are the killer clowns from outer space. And he had purchased a Funko Pop off some kind of thing, the guy online, then he goes to pick it up. But when he got there, the killer clown wasn't available. It had accidentally been sold. And so the guy offers him, in its place, a Mars Attacks. I believe it was the ambassador figure, which is just cool. He loved it. He took it, which turned out to be a really good deal for him. He shows me this thing, and instantly I'm hooked, and I need all of them now. All right, so I said we're going to kind of go over my toy haul, and we're going to start with the Mars Attacks that I did pick up, that I was able to get. I was after three different things originally, and I ended up getting one. The other, unfortunately, was sold before I could get to it. That one we'll talk about in a minute. That was the UFO. And one I got online and I'm waiting for. But the one I'm most excited about, and it was actually the one I was most excited about, I was able to get. And we're going to talk about it right now. This, my friends, is the Mars Attacks Martian Brain Disintegrator. And oh my God, this thing is amazing. I mean, the detail on this thing, I just love it so much. I will say this is, again, from 1996. It came with batteries in it. The batteries no longer work, so pulling the trigger doesn't really work, which sucks because it makes some really cool sounds and stuff along those lines. I have considered opening this. Oh, I am an inbox guy, but I have considered opening this strictly because I kind of want to get into the battery compartment to make sure they're not corroded or wearing out or anything. But I'm also really hesitant to open this. One of the things I want to say is these are very durable. I mean, these are not cheap plastic. These things are constructed well, and the detail is just amazing. So as you can see, you've got the brain inside, which is just really, really cool, and the brain like pulsates. The gun glows. You have, I can't see it here, but this little thing actually raises and lowers. What's really cool is like this, the tube here is almost like a rubbery material, whereas the rest of the gun is very, very solid. The other thing that makes these so amazing is the artwork. The artwork on these boxes is just so cool. I love that you have the Martian from the Mars attacks, the UFOs attacking the city. Just a wonderful, wonderful box. The box art, I mean, it's just amazing. Kind of see some stuff on the back there as well. Kind of gives you a rundown. It comes with a computer mission disc, and as you can see, it's like a like a little floppy, or I'm sorry, a little 3/4 hard or whatever. It's amazing. Again, 1996, so that was sort of a thing. I know the Independence Day toys did that as well. So I was able to pick this up, and I got a really, really amazing deal on this thing. I won't talk about how much I spent for it on it, but I will tell you that I got it for a great price. So I was extremely excited, and this thing is just going to look awesome on my shelf. So I kind of wanted to go over really quick some of the additional line. What's really cool about this is it's a very simple line, especially if you're a collector. At least the movie editions of it are. There are a couple, I think 4 main primary action figures. There's the Martian Spy Girl, the Martian Trooper, which the Martian Trooper seems to be the not difficult one to find, but the most difficult one to find out of the line and cost a little more than the rest. We have the Martian Ambassador. In here we have the Martian Leader. This is the other one that I have picked up that hopefully will be here soon because I'm getting a little antsy, and yeah. Anyway, those make up the primary figures in the run. Then there is the Supreme Martian Ambassador 12-inch figure, which is really cool. Again, we have the brain disintegration ray, which is what I just showed you, and the amazing-looking flying saucer, which, like I said, I'm trying to snag. I thought I had my hands on one, and it slipped out from under me. This is really cool. This one might have to come out of the box just for display purposes because it just looks so cool. Oh, and there is a small pilot that comes with that flying saucer as well. So Trendmaster actually did more Mars Attacks figures that weren't directly associated with the film. They are very cool in their own way, but essentially Trendmasters, who now had the rights, I guess, to do Mars Attacks, did their own cool, like, reimagining of the art and the head sculpts. Most of the bodies look very similar, but the head sculpts are different. They made them a little more modern for the time and a little meaner looking. They don't land the same with me personally, but I do like them for what they are. I do still think they're kind of cool looking toys, but they don't have that kind of cool Mars Attacks nostalgia factor. The brain disintegration ray they did release in that new line. It's really cool, and I wouldn't mind having it. It's basically the same, but we have some coloration differences. The brain color, the gun color overall, and again, the box is different with the kind of creepier looking alien or Martian on it. One thing they did release for the kind of new run was the Doombot. The Doombot is actually in the movie, but does come from one of the trading cards, so it does make sense. It's pretty badass, so I wouldn't mind having that as well. So anyway, there you go. That's the Trendmaster Mars Attacks line. I did pick up a couple of other little things. One of them I think I'm going to save because I'm currently in the works of getting the entire line for it, so we're going to talk about it when I do. But one of the things I'm really into and have been trying to pick up lately, I have 3 of the original. Well, I have the 1988 Leonardo loose. I'd had it for a while. I have Rocksteady and Bebop. I actually have the soft head Rocksteady. Those are also loose. I would love to have all this stuff on card, but God knows that's going to take a while to do. And someday I'll tell you the tale of when I did have them all on card not that long ago. But I figured I'd go loose for a while at first, so I did manage to pick up Michelangelo, 1988 Michelangelo. He's in great shape. I mean, he is minty as all get out. And he did have his nunchucks, which is amazing. And they're not broken, which is very, very cool. And to add a little cherry to the top, they actually had the profile card as well. So I picked him up, got a really good deal on this as well. I figure for a while I'll pick up the loose TMNT until I can, afford to pick up the ones on card because they aren't cheap. I kind of been setting my sights. I think I might do the 98 on card because they're a little more affordable and try to get all the 88 loose as a starting point anyway. Anyway, guys, that's just some of the pick. Like I said, I did pick up one additional thing, but I'm going to wait until I get the rest of the line to show you that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys have been picking up. What do you think of the Mars Attacks line? Did you know they existed before this? Because I didn't know till a few months back, and now I'm obsessed with them. But let me know what you think of the line. Let me know if you guys have been picking anything cool up. And remember, guys, until next we speak, when it comes to finding these really, really cool vintage toys, well, the hunt is half the fun.